Jazz Loft.
Good morning everyone. Okay, Mr. Videsh Maharaj, Permanent Secretary, acting on the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. Mr. Martel Wardron, Permanent Secretary, acting Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. Ms. Marina Salandi Brown, founder and president of the Bocas Lit Fest. Nicholas Lachlan, Festival Director, Bocas Lit Fest. Ms. Debbie Goodman, Manager, Corporate Communications, National Library and Information System Authority. Members of the Bocas Lit Fest Board, members of the Bocas Lit Fest team, authors and festival participants locally, regionally, and internationally, distinguished and specially invited guests, including the students present, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 15th edition of the Bocas Lit Fest. My name is Jean-Claude Cournand, and I am the CEO of Bocas Lit Fest. I started in this role in 2022, and this is my 4th festival. While I've prepared certain notes, this is really just a brief welcome to let you all know what we're about to do and to kick off the festival. Bocas Lit Fest exists because we believe that Caribbean words, stories, and ideas belong in the global conversation. Our dream is that every reader around the world will one day have a favorite Caribbean book or would have experienced Caribbean literature. To accomplish these goals today, we have a year-round literary arts development organization. But our start and core is our annual literature festival, which you are at today. As usual, we have our key events that the festival has become known and loved for. We have our conversation with authors, and I would like to encourage you to come, network, meet as many people as you can. Some people see this as a conference for getting deals and really advancing their literary career. We call it a literature festival, but this is a right place for if you have any ambitions to become an author or just love reading on a whole. We have the OCM Bocas Prize, a fixture for the past 15 years. We have a number of films, and the films are held in the AV room downstairs. We have live performances. We have an extempo debate. We have Old Mass. And who would have thought that a festival like this, a literature festival, has Old Mass? But all of these things form part of it. We have workshops as well. The workshops, they cost $100, and there are a number of workshops that you could attend. Children's storytelling events. And of course, we have the National Spoken Word Slam, the first Citizens National Poetry Slam. But this year in particular, we have evolved, right? And we have a few new things that I'd like to just bring to your attention. On Thursday, we had a flagship literary arts lecture that we hope would become a fixture in the Bocas Lit Fest moving forward. Earl Lovelace at 90. We were celebrating Earl Lovelace at his 90th, not birthday, but this is the year that he will turn 90. So that lecture, we hope, would be a Thursday event that grows and evolves to a signature literary arts lecture that we have every year. Friday night, the Black Box event is a fixed staple, but we have a small cover fee because we want to use this festival really to be more self-sustaining and to draw on our community support a bit more. Saturday night, our OCM Bocas Prize ceremony is free and open to the public. Normally, it's an invite-only event, but it's free and open to the public, and it will be held at APA. So everyone is welcome to attend that. And then Sunday, we have the First Citizens National Poetry Slam returning to Napa, which is the first time it's returned to Napa since 2019, which is a really big thing. And there are tickets on sale right here. You can get them at Paper-Based, as well as the Napa box office. Of course, the festival will not be possible without the support of our sponsors. So I would like to thank our main sponsors, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, the J.B. Fernandez Memorial Trust, First Citizens, OCM, and our other sponsors, Massey Foundation, the British Council, Wyndham Campbell Prize, Murphy Clark, UE. And also, we are welcoming on board new sponsors this year, in-kind sponsors. Caribbean Airlines has joined us, Trinpad, and also Amplia to provide internet for the festival. So, I would like to welcome to the stage, of course, one of the main reasons that we could exist, and this space that we in right now has housed the festival from inception to present, and we are loyal to having the festival in a national place that is open to the public. And Nallis has been hospitable to us. This has been the home of the festival. So I'd like to welcome, to give remarks, Ms. Debbie Goodman, Manager of Corporate Communications of the National Library and Information Systems Authority.
talk is too big. Mr. Videsh Maharaj, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Culture of the Arts. Mr. Martel Waldron, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Culture of the Arts. Marina Salandi Brown, Founder and President of the Bocas Lit Fest. Mr. Jean-Claude Cournand, Chief Executive Officer of the Bocas Lit Fest. Members of the Bocas Lit team, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, specially invited guests, members of the media, good morning. It is a tremendous honor to bring greetings this morning from the board, executive, management, and staff of the National Library and Information System Authority, NALIS, and to officially welcome you to the National Library Building Complex, the proud home of the Bocas Lit Fest. On this 15th year of the festival, we ponder the theme, Always Coming Home. This theme is fitting as it speaks not just of location, but of identity and belongingness. Each year, the festival gives us reason to celebrate our Caribbeanness, our authors, our stories, and our imaginations. This year is no different. NALIS can relate to the need to celebrate the written word, given that on May the 9th, the authority tasked with the coordination of library and information services in Trinidad and Tobago will celebrate 69 new authors who published for the first time in 2024. These individuals will join the illustrious group of 587 first-time authors recognized by NALIS since the establishment of the NALIS First-Time Authors Appreciation Program in 2010. At NALIS, the idea of coming home is rooting in our spirits and in our souls. Our libraries are often the first places people encounter stories, both their own and those far beyond. Libraries are homes for culture, knowledge, and community. They are spaces where people of all ages, all backgrounds, all walks of life can feel welcome and inspired. Coming home is about finding ourselves as we travel this place. In Caribbean literature, we often see this journey reflected in the quest for truth, for grounding, and for voice. We are proud to support authors, poets, historians, and storytellers who help us map these journeys and who remind us of the richness and complexity of home. We are home to authors like Earl Lovelace, one of Trinidad and Tobago's icons, and NALIS's 2012 Lifetime Literary Awardee. His contributions are recognized and indeed invaluable. At NALIS, we continue to champion reading, literature, and cultural preservation because we believe our stories matter. We work to ensure our national memory is protected through our Heritage Libraries collection, which is available to everyone at home and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bocas Lit Fest continues to be a perfect partner for NALIS, and as we share the ideology of the transformative power of the written and spoken word. We thank all writers for their words, and we thank all readers for embracing the voices of the writers. With these words, I wish you a wonderful festival, and I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Goodman. And we'll now have remarks from Mr. Videsh Maharaj, Permanent Secretary acting from the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and the Arts.
Mr. Martel Waldron, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. Ms. Marina Salandi Brown, who isn't here today, but we still acknowledge her because she's the founder and president of the Bocas Lit Festival. Mr. Jean-Claude Cournand, CEO of the Bocas Lit Festival. Mr. Nicholas Lachlan, Festival and Program Director, Bocas Lit Festival. Ms. Debbie Goodman, Manager, Corporate Communications of the National Library and Information System Authority, NALIS. Ms. Arlette Williams, who was here earlier, the President of the National Dance Association of the Trinidad and Tobago, and also the lead marketing person for the Bocas Lit Festival. Specially invited guests, including students present, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You could do a little better than that. Good morning. Good. Now we are awake. It is both a privilege and a profound pleasure to address you at today's opening of the 2025 NGC Bocas Lit Festival. I extend warm greetings and best wishes on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. This gathering has always held a special place in our cultural calendar. This year is truly momentous as we mark the 15th anniversary of the Bocas Lit Festival. This significant milestone offers us an opportunity to reflect not only on the festival's remarkable journey, but on a broader evolution of the Caribbean literature, its growing influence, its global reach, and its enduring power to shape narrative, identity, and thought. What began 15 years ago as a visionary initiative has since matured into the cornerstone of our cultural landscape. The Bocas Lit Fest emerged from a bold conviction that Caribbean stories deserve a space of their own, where they can be celebrated, shared, and preserved. Today, that space has evolved into an institution, one that fosters creativity, amplifies diverse voices, and champions the literacy excellence of our region. This year's theme, Always Coming Home, resonates deeply. It captures the essence of the Caribbean spirit, rooted in memory, migration, and belonging. It reminds us that no matter where we find ourselves, it is through our stories that we return home to our histories, our communities, and our shared identity. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts has long been a proud partner of the Bocas Lit Festival. Our support extends far beyond funding it. It reflects our commitment to cultural preservation, national development, and the empowerment of our creative sector. This festival exemplifies a powerful synergy between culture and tourism. It draws international attention, engages our diaspora, and showcases the extraordinary depth of our local talent. It is a model for how cultural events can be leveraged to build national pride, stimulate economic activity, and tell our story to the world. Equally important is the festival's role in advancing the creative economy. The Bocas Lit Fest provides tangible opportunities for writers, publishers, booksellers, educators, and literary entrepreneurs. It fosters jobs, generates revenue, and contributes meaningfully to sustainable development. And I don't know how many of you all have had the opportunity so far to walk across the NALIS, but a lot is happening there this morning. I went there before I came here, and you have a lot of students there, you have a lot of writers there, a lot of activity taking place in the public domain. At the Ministry, we remain steadfast in our support for this ecosystem. Whether through policy, funding, or infrastructure, our objective is to cultivate an environment where creativity is not only encouraged, but empowered. The 2025 program promises to be as vibrant as ever. I encourage everyone, whether you're a long-time supporter or a first-time attendee, to immerse yourself in the sessions, engage with the writers, and allow yourself to be inspired. Allow me to express my sincere appreciation to Ms. Salandi Brown, whose vision and dedication have brought this festival to life and sustained it with excellence. Her leadership has gifted us a platform of immeasurable value. We also celebrate with many writers, readers, volunteers, and organizers, past and present, who have contributed to the festival's success. Your work reaffirms the truth that literature is not just an art, It is an architecture of understanding, healing, and hope. On behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, I thank you. Thank you for 15 years of literacy brilliance, for enriching our culture and for reminding us home can be found not only in a place, but in a story, a verse, a voice. I wish you a meaningful and inspiring festival. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Maharaj. It's very reassuring to know that after the 15 years that we are still going strong and that we have the support of two very important institutions, the National Library and the Ministry of Culture. Right now we have something special. Shakira Burton, can you make your way forward, please? Shakira is the 20... Shakira? Yes, Shakira, are you ready? Okay. I'm not seeing Shakira, but she was supposed to deliver a poem today on the theme, Always Coming Home. She is the 2024 winner of the National Poetry Slam, the First Citizens National Poetry Slam. As somebody who writes myself, I know, although Shakira is not here, she has to defend the title, and probably, the pressure of that is not easy to carry, right? But she did, I'm not sure how many of these students, how many of you all saw her poem last year, but she was all over TikTok. She was the first spoken word poet that we ever had to get over 1 million views on a spoken word poem. And really and truly, it really was a momentous occasion as we ventured spoken word into the TikTok world and saw the uptake of it. So with that, I just want to, as Shakira is not here to perform, I would just share just a little bit about how it feels, this occasion feels. I was here at the start, I came in 2012, and I've seen Bocas Lit Fest, when we actually had the Poetry Slam right here in this room the first time. We opened these doors, and people spilled out, and it was a free event, and the Poetry Slam, it grew from just being a free event to the National Poetry Slam of Trinidad and Tobago, and we filled Napa. We also filled Globe, which is a cinema that actually holds more than Napa, and that was actually one of our greatest accomplishments. And the National Poetry Slam is just one of the elements that grew out of the festival. It is a proud and reassuring thing to know that we have something, a space dedicated to Caribbean literature that we have fought for and preserved. Ms. Solani Brown, of course, one of the challenges in the Bocas Lit Fest and any organization is transitioning to new leadership and allowing something to continue. So we, myself, Nicholas, and other members of the team, we are a new generation that really seek to carry the Bocas Lit Fest forward. We don't want the Bocas Lit Fest to ever stop. And as CEO, I would just like to publicly reassure everybody that we will do our best in any climate with any government to ensure that this festival is something that continues and something that is open to the Caribbean and the Caribbean can have as an institution. I would love to see Bocas Lit Fest be 30, 40 years old and people talk about their memories. I would love to bring my children to Bocas Lit Fest. I would love for this to be a story that started right here and something that we really cherished and developed and becomes a global example for culture. One of the things that has happened in the last few years, we've also become part, and Bocas Lit Fest was actually one of the founding organizations as part of a global association of literary arts festivals. So we are now not just an isolated festival in the Caribbean, but we're connected to many festivals around the world, sharing best practices. And Bocas Lit Fest is proud. I'm sure many of of you may not know that, to be part of the inaugural group that would have helped set up that particular organization. So welcome, thank you for being here, and I would like to encourage you just to tell other people to come to the festival. We don't want the festival to be just about the readers who, you know, are just passionate about books. We want the festival to be appreciated by everybody. People don't have to feel like they needed to have read 10, 20 books. It's just a place of discovery of ourselves. So at the start here, I would like to invite you all, as students as well, to invite your parents, invite your friends, and really make this our home, because it really is our home, and it's an institution that we have built for Caribbean literature. So with that, the 2025 Bocas Lit Fest is open, and we welcome you to enjoy the program. We'll have Olive Celia. We have a conversation with Olive Senior, and, you know, a full weekend ahead. Thank you very much.